And welcome to Tech Tuesday. This week's sponsor, Tory Nissan. Joining us is General Manager Bob Bailey. Good morning, Bob.
Morning, sir.
Big car show going on in Detroit, where all probably the bells and whistles are being shown. You've got bells and whistles on some of your cars right now. One of the big things is anti-theft protection.
Well,
and how does that work?
Well, it was also set up as a remote start too. So it's how you can get your car started up. So in the summertime, we can get into a cool car, and like this, we can get into a warm car, and then not have to worry about somebody taking your car from you.
Yeah, I remember living in Vermont, and we have to run out during the newscast and start the car because it was so freaking cold, and then, you know, run back inside to heat it up. I love those kind of automatic starts. Not really new.
No, not really new, but it was always an aftermarket item. Now the manufacturers are starting to put it on the cars and for us.
All right.
I love it.
All right, we brought a camera out to your place last week, and let's take a look at what happened.
The biggest pushback people have, well, what happens if somebody steals my car? Well, nobody can steal your car because you've got to have the key fob with you when you get in the car. If somebody, let's say you've got your car running, the air conditioner on, somebody breaks the window, jumps into the car, they put their foot on the brake, try to pull it into drive, all it's going to do is shut down. The only person that can activate that car at that moment is you because you've got your key fob with you. So when you get into the car, you have to put your foot on the brake, you have to put the start button to let it know that you're really there and you're in control. So it's almost theft-proof.
That's really interesting. So you're able to start it remotely, but yet to get into the car, you have to have the fob.
You still have to have the fob, and then once you're in the car, you have to alert the car that it's really you, so you put your foot on the brake and push the start button again.
Okay, and it asks you for your credit card.
Yeah, asks you for no. But what happens if somebody were to jump into the car and then try to steal the car just shuts down.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's a good method to prevent somebody from stealing it. And so, what are you seeing on the horizon of other technology that people are going to be looking for?
Well, you know, we've got a thing coming. We've got a segment coming up where it's a rear seat alert system. I think it's the safety items, the technology that's going to help make our lives better, the things that we're going to see.
Yeah, but do you always tell people, as great as all that technology is, that you cannot just set it and forget it?
You've got to, you know, you still got to be responsible. You still got to be engaged. You still got to be responsible. Ultimately, it's your decision what happens.
Yeah, but it is good to know that you a little bit more peace of mind to know that, especially for the anti-theft, because if you are starting it remotely, and I'm wondering, do they even have apps for this now that you could start it with your phone?
Yes. Yes. That's getting more and more relevant where you can just boom, 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 and it's done.
And it's done. Yeah. Well, it's always good to have you with us and to talk about technology and what's coming down the road. And also, I guess, as cars, are we going for bigger cars or smaller cars now? What's been the trend?
Well, I think the trend is going to crossovers and SUVs because they're just a little bit more versatile. You got a growing family. You've got a rear space area. People like to sit up a little bit higher so they can see what's going on around them. So I think the trend, and according to coming out of the auto show, is that SUVs and crossovers are the way of the future.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, and that's interesting because families aren't necessarily getting bigger.
No, but things are we got more and more
stuff to haul. All right,
yeah.
Bob, as always, a pleasure. Happy New Year. We didn't see you earlier in the year.
Well, appreciate it. Glad to be back.
We'll be back after this. Stay with us.